You ready? I'm ready. You're ready.
The Black Crowes, how can you not love them? Just one of 18 new songs on the KBCO Studio C Volume 35. It is the newest release in a tradition that has benefited charities in our community for quite some time. We've got Brett Saunders with KBCO joining me now to talk all about it. My goodness, Brett, love this time of year, but really this tradition is something that a lot of people get excited about.
Absolutely. This is the 35th edition of KBCO Studio C. So we've been doing this for a really long time, since the late 1980s. And this disc is going to be available 7 a.m. at select Whole Foods Market locations. You can get all the information at kbco.com. But we're very proud of this project this year.
Yeah, why do so many people, you think, get excited about it?
Oh, that's an excellent question, Kelly. Because it's collectible. So we run into people all the time who have been going back 3.5 decades, getting in line at wherever they used to sell KBCO Studio C on CD. By the way, it is still a CD. It's still a viable format for us, and people snap them up every year. But it's a collectability thing. It's a family thing. Families get together in line and meet up, and it's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, and there's also a lot of great music, obviously, on it. Let's listen to another song, this one from Stick Season.
As you promised me that I was more than all the miles combined, you must have had yourself a change of heart like halfway through the drive, because your voice shut off exactly as you passed my exit sign.
All right, so that was Stick Season by Noah Kahan, which is another great song. I could jam to that, I think, just all day. So, Brett, what is the process that goes into making this CD, to making this album?
Artists travel from all over the world, and often when they're touring, but sometimes when they're not, they'll fly into Colorado and play in KBCO Studio C, because this is such a long-standing tradition. But when they're on tour, for instance, Jason Isbell was on tour. My favorite song on the album is called If We Were Vampires by Jason Isbell, and it's phenomenal. So he brings a group of people into the studio and they play. And it's like a recording studio. It's a separate entity basically from the broadcast booth down the hall.
Well, you get a front row seat then to all this amazing music.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's delightful.
How do the songs get chosen that go on the album?
There's a lot of discussion on the staff, and something that we like, because often they will play 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5 songs for us, and we want to pick the one that we think that the listeners are going to admire the most, and the one that we like the most too. Sure.
Well, you just mentioned your favorite. It's If We Were Vampires, so let's listen to a little bit of that one.
Not the long flowing dress that you're in, or the light coming off of your skin, the fragile heart you've protected for so.
Oh, I love that too. It's got to be hard to pick a favorite. That's a good song.
It's a heartbreaking song. It's Jason Isbell and his life partner Amanda Shires, and it was fantastic to have both of them in KBCO Studio C.
Gotta love that. Okay, so we mentioned this before. It does benefit charities here in our communities in Colorado. Talk to me a little bit about what those are and how those got selected.
Sure. First off, Boulder County AIDS Project. They have worked with us for so many years, and everything they do to educate the community is fantastic. Also, Food Bank of the Rockies, and what I like to say is now more than ever with Food Bank of the Rockies. Demand is up, people are hungry, and so proceeds from the sale of KBCO Studio C, the 35th anniversary edition, will go to both the Food Bank of the Rockies and Boulder County AIDS Project.
Very good projects to support there for sure. And you mentioned it, but let's remind folks one more time, where can we get our hands on one of these?
Starting at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning at select Whole Foods Market locations. You can go to our website, kbco.com, with all the details. I will be at the Hamden location on Saturday morning, and I love to meet the listeners, and I hope that they'll come out for KBCO Studio C. I'm a pitch man. KBCO Studio C 35th Anniversary Edition.
Love it. Love to see it. Brett, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Kelly.
Appreciate it.